Have you ever felt like certain people in your life are holding you back, draining your energy, or even steering you off course? The truth is, the company you keep can profoundly impact your journey toward personal growth and inner peace. The ancient Stoics understood this well and offered timeless wisdom on the types of individuals to avoid to live a virtuous and fulfilling life. Imagine what your life could look like if you let go of toxic influences and surrounded yourself with those who uplift and inspire you. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes resilience, self-discipline, and rational thinking, provides clear guidance on this. It teaches us that just as we choose our actions, we should also carefully choose our associations. The wrong influences can cloud our judgment, derail our progress, and lead us away from our true purpose. Today we'll explore the 7 types of individuals that Stoic philosophy warns us to avoid. These are people who, whether intentionally or not, can negatively affect our emotional and mental well-being. As we dive into each of these types, consider how these insights apply to your life. Are there people around you who fit these descriptions? How might your life change if you distanced yourself from these influences? Stick around to find out how letting go of these negative connections can transform your life for the better. Before we get started, if you're passionate about personal growth and finding wisdom in ancient philosophy, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We dive deep into the teachings of Stoicism and other powerful philosophies to help you lead a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Now let's begin by exploring the first type of individual the Stoics advise us to avoid: the flatterer. 1. The flatterer. Imagine you're surrounded by people who constantly praise you, telling you everything you do is perfect and you can do no wrong. It might feel great at first, but over time, this kind of flattery can be more harmful than helpful. The Stoics warned against such individuals, those who inflate your ego rather than encourage your growth. Flatterers, with their endless compliments, can lead you down a path of arrogance, making it harder to see your faults or areas where you need improvement. Marcus Aurelius himself cautioned against this, reminding us that it's better to stumble with our feet than with our tongues. Consider a historical example. Julius Caesar, one of the most powerful leaders in history, was surrounded by flatterers who constantly reinforced his belief in his invincibility. While their praise bolstered his confidence, it also blinded him to the growing discontent around him, ultimately leading to his downfall. The lesson here is clear. Flattery can cloud judgment, making us susceptible to hubris and unwise decisions. So, how can you recognize a flatterer in your own life? They are often the ones who never offer constructive criticism or challenge your ideas. Instead, they shower you with praise, not out of genuine admiration, but because they have something to gain from your favor. This can create a toxic cycle where your self-worth becomes tied to their approval, and you lose sight of the importance of self-discipline, honesty, and humility. But what should you do when you identify a flatterer in your life? The Stoic approach is to distance yourself from their influence. It doesn't mean you have to sever all ties, but rather you should limit their impact on your mindset. Seek out those who offer honest feedback and who challenge you to grow. By doing so, you stay grounded, humble, and focused on your personal development. As we move forward, consider this. Who in your life might be a flatterer? How have their words influenced your decisions or self-perception? Reflect on these questions as we transition to the next type of person the Stoics advise us to avoid: the complainer. These individuals can have an equally detrimental effect on your pursuit of a virtuous life. Stay tuned to find out why avoiding constant complainers can help you maintain a more positive and resilient mindset. 2. The complainer. Imagine you're in the middle of a challenging project at work, fully immersed in finding solutions, when a colleague approaches you, grumbling about everything that's wrong with the task. Their complaints are relentless. Nothing is ever good enough, and every obstacle is seen as a dead end rather than a hurdle to overcome. How do you feel afterward? Drained, demotivated. This is the impact chronic complainers can have on your mental and emotional state. The Stoics recognized this, advising us to distance ourselves from such individuals to preserve our inner peace and resilience. Take the example of Seneca, a Stoic philosopher who lived through the tumultuous reign of Nero. Despite the chaos around him, Seneca focused on maintaining his composure and clear-mindedness. He understood that surrounding himself with complainers would only add unnecessary negativity to his life. Instead, Seneca advocated for maintaining a positive and solution-oriented mindset, even in the face of adversity. Complaining, he believed, not only erodes your ability to endure, but also spreads like a virus, infecting others with a defeatist attitude. In modern life, we all know someone who fits this description. The person who seems to take joy in finding fault with everything, who focuses on problems rather than solutions. While it's natural to vent occasionally, chronic complaining can become a habit that drags everyone down. These individuals often resist taking action to improve their situation, preferring instead to wallow in dissatisfaction. For someone on a Stoic path, where the focus is on self-improvement and resilience, this mindset is counterproductive. So, how do you handle a complainer? The Stoic approach would be to gently steer the conversation towards solutions, or if that fails, to minimize your exposure to their negativity. It's important to protect your mental space, ensuring that your focus remains on what you can control: your actions, your responses, and your attitude. By doing so, you safeguard your emotional resilience and keep your energy directed toward positive, constructive endeavors. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, is there someone in your life whose constant complaining is affecting your mindset? How might your outlook change if you limited your interactions with them? In the next section, we'll explore another type of person the Stoics warn us about: the hedonist. These individuals may seem fun at first, but their focus on immediate pleasures can lead you away from your true purpose. Stay with us to learn why avoiding this influence is crucial for living a life of virtue and fulfillment. 3. The hedonist. Imagine you're invited to a lavish party where the drinks flow freely, the food is abundant, and the atmosphere is charged with excitement. It's easy to get caught up in the moment, indulging in every pleasure offered. But as the night wears on, you might start to feel the emptiness that often follows such excess. A reminder that fleeting pleasures rarely lead to lasting fulfillment. The Stoics cautioned against surrounding oneself with hedonists, those who prioritize immediate gratification over long-term purpose and growth. The Roman philosopher Seneca often wrote about the dangers of indulgence. He believed that a life spent chasing pleasure was a life spent in chains, enslaved to desires that could never truly satisfy. While Stoicism doesn't advocate for complete asceticism, it does emphasize the importance of moderation and self-control. The hedonist, by contrast, is driven by the pursuit of pleasure at the expense of wisdom and virtue. Being in the company of such individuals can tempt you to abandon your values, leading to decisions that prioritize short-term gains over meaningful, lasting happiness. Consider how this plays out in modern life. Perhaps you have friends who live for the weekend, always seeking the next thrill, whether it's partying, shopping, or chasing the latest trends. While it's natural to enjoy life's pleasures, constantly surrounding yourself with those who indulge without restraint can pull you away from your goals. The Stoics would argue that true happiness comes not from indulging every desire, but from mastering those desires and focusing on what truly matters, building character, contributing to society, and pursuing a life of purpose. How do you navigate relationships with hedonists? The Stoic approach is to practice discernment. Enjoy your time with friends, but be mindful of how their habits influence yours. Set boundaries when necessary, and remember that moderation is key. By maintaining a focus on your long-term goals and values, you can enjoy life's pleasures without being consumed by them. As we move forward, think about your own experiences. Are there people in your life who encourage you to indulge at the expense of your well-being? How might your life change if you shifted your focus from immediate pleasures to long-term fulfillment? In the next section, we'll explore the dangers of associating with the ruthlessly ambitious, those who are willing to sacrifice ethics for personal gain. Stay tuned, because understanding this influence could be crucial to maintaining your integrity and peace of mind. 4. The ruthlessly ambitious. Picture this: a colleague who will do anything to climb the corporate ladder, undermining others, taking credit for team efforts, and sacrificing integrity for success. At first, their determination might seem admirable, but over time, their actions reveal a darker side, a willingness to disregard ethics and humanity in pursuit of personal gain. The Stoics warned against associating with such individuals, known as the ruthlessly ambitious, because their influence can erode your own sense of justice and virtue. Consider the story of Marcus Licinius Crassus, one of Rome's wealthiest men and a member of the first triumvirate, alongside Julius Caesar and Pompey. Crassus was known for his insatiable greed and ruthless ambition, often exploiting others to increase his wealth and power. His relentless pursuit of success, without regard for moral consequences, ultimately led to his downfall. He died during an ill-fated military campaign in Parthia, driven by his desire for glory and riches. Crassus's story serves as a cautionary tale of how ruthless ambition can blind us to the ethical boundaries we should uphold. In our own lives, we may encounter individuals who exhibit similar traits, those who prioritize their own advancement over the well-being of others. They may manipulate, deceive, or trample over colleagues, friends, or even family members to achieve their goals. While their success might be impressive, the Stoics would argue that it comes at too high a cost. Being around such people can tempt you to adopt their cutthroat tactics, compromising your own values in the process. So, how should you respond to the ruthlessly ambitious? The Stoic approach is to recognize the dangers they pose to your moral integrity and to maintain a firm commitment to your own principles. It's important to stay true to your values, even if it means taking a slower or more challenging path to success. Surround yourself with those who inspire you to act with integrity and who value collaboration and mutual respect over competition and self-interest. As you reflect on this, think about your own experiences. Have you ever felt pressured to compromise your values in the presence of someone ruthlessly ambitious? How might distancing yourself from such influences allow you to stay aligned with your ethical principles? In the next section, we'll explore another type of person the Stoics warn us about: the untrustworthy. These individuals who lack honesty and integrity can undermine the trust that is essential for healthy relationships. Stay tuned to learn why avoiding them is crucial for maintaining peace of mind and strong connections. 5. The untrustworthy. Think back to a time when someone you trusted broke that trust. Maybe it was a friend who shared a secret you confided in them, or a colleague who took credit for your work. The betrayal likely left you feeling hurt, disappointed, and perhaps even questioning your judgment. The Stoics, who placed immense value on honesty and integrity, would advise avoiding such individuals at all costs. To them, trustworthiness was not just a virtue, but a fundamental pillar of all healthy relationships and a key to inner peace. One historical example that illustrates the dangers of associating with untrustworthy individuals is the story of Brutus and Julius Caesar. Caesar, a powerful leader, considered Brutus not only a trusted ally, but also a close friend. However, Brutus betrayed Caesar, leading to one of the most infamous assassinations in history. This act of betrayal shattered Caesar's trust and marked a turning point in Roman history. The story of Et tu, Brute serves as a stark reminder that even those we hold closest can cause the greatest harm if they lack integrity. In your life, the untrustworthy person may not be plotting such dramatic betrayals, but their deceitful actions can still cause significant damage. They may frequently lie, break promises, or act in ways that undermine your confidence in them. The problem with keeping untrustworthy individuals in your circle is that they force you to constantly be on guard, eroding your sense of security and peace of mind. You might find yourself second-guessing their intentions, or even questioning your own judgment for trusting them in the first place. So, how should you handle relationships with untrustworthy people? The Stoic approach is clear. Distance yourself. While forgiveness is important, repeatedly allowing someone who has proven to be untrustworthy back into your life can harm your well-being and stability. Instead, surround yourself with those who demonstrate honesty and reliability. These are the people who will support you in your pursuit of virtue and help you maintain the tranquility the Stoics cherished. As you consider this, ask yourself, is there someone in your life who has repeatedly broken your trust? How might letting go of this relationship improve your peace of mind and emotional well-being? Next, we'll delve into the dangers of rigid ideology and why the Stoics cautioned against associating with those who are inflexibly ideological. This next discussion will reveal how such influences can stifle your growth and limit your understanding of the world. Stay tuned, as this could change the way you view not only others, but also yourself. 6. The passionately ideological. Imagine you're engaged in a discussion with someone who refuses to consider any perspective other than their own. Their beliefs are set in stone, leaving no room for debate or dialogue. This kind of rigid thinking can be stifling, and according to the Stoics, it's also dangerous. The Stoics valued open-mindedness, adaptability, and the pursuit of wisdom. They believed that clinging to a single ideology without question can close off your mind to new insights and prevent personal growth. Take the example of Socrates, who is often considered a forerunner to Stoic philosophy. Socrates famously claimed to know nothing, emphasizing the importance of constant questioning and the pursuit of knowledge. He understood that true wisdom comes not from rigid adherence to a particular doctrine, but from being open to new ideas and perspectives. In contrast, those who are dogmatic, who cling tightly to a single ideology, often miss the opportunity to learn, grow, and understand the complexities of life. In today's world, we see examples of this all the time. Whether it's in politics, religion, or other belief systems, Individuals who are passionately ideological often reject any information that challenges their views. They may dismiss others' opinions without consideration, leading to conflict, misunderstanding, and division. Associating closely with such individuals can limit your own intellectual and emotional growth, as their inflexible mindset can influence you to become similarly closed off. So, how can you navigate relationships with those who are passionately ideological? The Stoic approach would be to engage with them respectfully, but without becoming entangled in their rigid views. Keep your own mind open and adaptable, always seeking truth and understanding over winning an argument. It's important to maintain your commitment to rational thought and personal growth, even when faced with strong dogmatic opinions. As you reflect on this, consider, are there people in your life whose rigid beliefs have influenced you to become less open-minded? How might embracing a more adaptable and questioning approach enhance your understanding and relationships? In our next section, we'll discuss perhaps the most harmful type of individual, according to Stoic philosophy, the vicious bully. These individuals not only lack empathy, but also actively seek to harm others. Stay tuned to learn why avoiding them is essential for protecting your well-being and maintaining your commitment to justice and virtue. 7. The vicious bully. Imagine you're in a situation where someone uses their power to belittle, humiliate, or harm others for their own amusement. Perhaps you've witnessed it in a workplace, a school, or even within a social circle. This kind of cruelty is not only damaging to those directly targeted, but also to anyone who witnesses or is associated with it. The Stoics, who emphasized compassion, justice, and the interconnectedness of all people, saw the vicious bully as a deeply harmful presence, one to be avoided at all costs. A historical example that illustrates the danger of such individuals is the reign of Emperor Nero. Nero, known for his extreme cruelty and malicious behavior, ruled Rome with an iron fist, punishing and executing those who displeased him, often without just cause. His reign of terror left a mark on Roman history, not just because of the lives he destroyed, but because of the culture of fear and brutality he cultivated. This environment made it nearly impossible for justice, reason, or virtue to thrive. In our modern context, bullies can be found in many forms, whether it's the boss who abuses their authority, the colleague who spreads malicious gossip, or the so-called friend who enjoys putting others down. These individuals thrive on the power they hold over others, deriving pleasure from inflicting pain, whether emotional or physical. For someone striving to live a virtuous life, aligning with Stoic principles, associating with such people can be deeply corrosive. It not only erodes your sense of empathy and justice, but also risks normalizing such behavior within yourself and your environment. So, how should you handle encountering a vicious bully? The Stoic approach would be to distance yourself as much as possible. Protect your own moral compass by refusing to engage with or condone such behavior. If you are in a position to do so, stand up for those who are being targeted, but always with the wisdom to know when to remove yourself from a toxic situation entirely. As you consider this, think about the environments you spend time in. Are there individuals who display bullying behavior? How might distancing yourself from them or speaking out against their actions improve not only your well-being, but also the well-being of others around you? In the final section, we'll bring together all the insights from this exploration of Stoic wisdom, offering a roadmap for applying these principles to transform your life. Stay with us, because these final thoughts could be the key to fully embracing the Stoic path and letting go of what no longer serves you. As we wrap up this journey through the teachings of Stoicism, Imagine how different your life could be if you consciously chose the people you surround yourself with. The Stoics understood that our associations profoundly shape our character, our actions, and ultimately our destiny. By avoiding these 7 types of individuals, the flatterer, the complainer, the hedonist, the ruthlessly ambitious, the untrustworthy, the passionately ideological, and the vicious bully, you can protect your peace of mind, cultivate virtue, and pursue a life of wisdom and purpose. But the question remains, how will you apply these insights to your own life? Reflect on the relationships that may be holding you back from becoming your best self. Are there connections that you need to reconsider? Perhaps it's time to make changes that align with your values and aspirations. If you found value in this discussion, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you encountered any of these types of individuals, and how did you handle the situation? Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into Stoicism and other philosophies that can help you lead a more meaningful life. Your journey toward a life of virtue and wisdom is just beginning. Let's continue this path together. Stay tuned for more insights that will empower you to make choices that truly serve your well-being and growth.